the elusive man has to bring the 10,000 credits. Yeah, the elusive man's gonna come and bring the 10,000 credits to you. And he's not stupid. He's gonna get killed. They made all these characters so stupid, and Jillian's stupid in this too. She wasn't even as stupid when she was a kid in Ascension. So the elusive man says, sure, we'll give you the money. Even though I don't think Carling's worth it, but we'll do it anyway. But they barter it down to 5,000 credits. Alright then. And then, oh my god, when you think nothing can get stupider, Corey Kim decides to take Kai Leng out on walks. They're gonna go for a little walk. You know, just on the town where he can run away. You'd think he'd run away, but he doesn't run away. And he goes to a restaurant, and he says that he likes coming here because he doesn't like to eat alone. The Cerberus ninja assassin doesn't like to eat alone. Rightio. That's interesting. I didn't know that assassins liked company. And then there's this part where Corey Kim takes Kai Leng for his walk another time. And then she says, okay, you ready to escape? Because at one stage, Corey Kim was a part of Cerberus, but she left. It says that she left. And then Kai Leng goes, what, you think I'm worth it? Because he discussed this. Would I be worth it to, have you escape? But she didn't really say anything. And she goes, you don't think the elusive man wouldn't have a Cerberus agent in the Bardock Underground, do you? And he goes, you're still Cerberus? And she goes, yeah! He said that when you have someone who's being a mole for someone else, you've got to put it in here. There's absolutely no sign that you've got a mole. No sign. I'm literally not kidding you people. There's no sign that Corey Kim was ever still a Cerberus operative. Never. All it said that she quit Cerberus. Never said it again. And they try to escape. It doesn't work. And then Corey Kim admits to being a Cerberus operative. That's even more stupid. Like, have some brains. Come on. Now here's where I get really, really ticked off. And I mean pissed. I get pissed. I'm over-exaggerating it, but not. Basically, the author decides to kill some characters. And when an author kills characters off, you should take advantage of that. Get the most emotion out by using your words. So, make the reader, feel so sad, they feel like they're going to cry. So, here's what happens. I'm going to technically read you the script of this. Hendel and a group, they've found where they're hiding. Hendel and a group go into the Bardock Underground, and Hendel some Bardocks come and attack them, and Hendel puts them up in the air with Singularity or something. Yeah, Singularity, and shoots them with a pistol. And then Nick's behind Hendel, and he says, oops, wrong one, sorry. And he said, Mr. Mitra, what are you doing here? You killed Marissa. Then Hendel goes, Marissa, was she your girlfriend? And then Nick goes, yes, damn you, we were going to get married. Marissa was only mentioned twice, I'll say. Once, close to the beginning of the book, and she put him almost, and Nick was injured and she saves him and something happens or something, I think a kiss or something. And then they're holding hands. There's no hint that they would be engaged or get married or even they were even together. So then Hendel says, I'm sorry, but you've done this, you've disobeyed us, blah, blah, blah. You didn't listen to Kaylee. And then Nick goes, you bastard. And then he goes, goodbye, Mr. Mitra, you can preach to the people in hell. And the last words Hendel says is, "Where is Gillian? Is she alive?" And then Nick shoots Hendel's face off. This was one of the most unnecessary deaths in this. And there are more than one. Let me tell you that now. There are 3. Next. Okay. Kaylee and Anderson find Hendel. And Kaylee's a really good friend of Hendel. She's known him for so long. Ascension, and they were they were friends for such a long time, technically before that, but obviously it doesn't say, but they were. And Anderson goes, "Hey, Kaylee, over here," and Hendel, you kind of recognize him. His face is just turned into remains, and it's just ugh. And she's like, "Oh my god, it's Hendel!" But that's it. That's the only recognition she gives to one of her best friends, who's lying dead with his face off. That's it. If it was me, in that position, and my best friend's face had just got shot off, I would be bawling my eyes out on his chest and crying and and then they turn to Nick, who's alive, it seems. He just got shot. He got shot in the back with a biotic, and he was just knocked out. So then he comes alive. He regains consciousness. And then he goes, "Miss Sanders, I should have known that if Miss Demetra was here, you would be." And then she goes, "Do you feel bad?" And he goes, "Bad, real bad. Doesn't matter, Miss Demetra killed Marissa." This person used Handel's death as a reprimand. That's what she's saying. That's what she says. "How do you feel?" Like a therapist. A therapist says, "How do you feel?" And then some Arya, a Solarian or someone on their side shoots Nick in the back with a gun. Or a biotic or something. I'm not sure, but he dies. How do you feel about killing this person here? This innocent person? That's horrible. Oh my god. 2 deaths scenes in a row, and they both sucked. They were both so stupid. They didn't even need to be there. Want to know the next death scene? And then, next, it's Gillian's turn. Gillian dies next. What fun. Gillian goes to oversee the exchange with the Elusive Man, and Kyling is, tied up in his little handcuffs here and handcuffs over here in the feet. And then, basically, they find out that the Elusive Man isn't really there. It's a hologram. And Kyling is so upset that the Elusive Man won't come and get him. Oh, boo-hoo. And then Kyling finds the chance to, since they didn't, shackle his hands to his legs as well, he goes, pow, bam, on her head or something, on her back or here or something, on her neck. And in the end of their little fight, he just puts the shank that he'd been making when he was in the Bardock Underground in their prison area into her throat. Stab. And all her friends, so-called friends, leave her dying on the ground. And then when they find her, Gillian and Kaylee have a short conversation about the most important part of the book, which Gillian gives a little necklace to Kaylee, which contains information about the Elusive Man and Grayson and Cerberus and the Reapers and all that. And as Gillian's dying, Kaylee goes, damn, damn, damn. Anderson says, yeah, Anderson said soberly, what a waste. What a waste? Who says what a waste when someone dies? It's just like saying, oh, she died. Okay. That was a waste of time. coming here and she's dead. Really? They gave Anderson the worst lines in this. It was horrible. It was so bad. I wanted to die at that moment. And you know what else? In the final part of the book, when they're on Eden Prime and they're putting 3 plants in the ground because 3 died. Hendel, Nick, and Gillian died. So they planted saplings in the ground. And Kaylee says, "There," she said as she stood. "They were troubled people, but each was trying to do something good, even if they went about it in self-destructive ways. I'll miss them." Anderson nodded. "Here's another really stupid thing." "Well," said, "come on, it's a 2-mile walk back to the hotel." What? That's how I feel about this crap piece of garbage right now. I want to, send something to this author and say, "Look what you did. Look what you did. How do you feel about that?" It's so bad. Who says, "Okay, well said, let's go back to the hotel because it's gonna be dark soon"? People just died. And they're supposed to be the people who would mourn people. Kaylee was more saddened in the previous book when Paul Grayson died and he tried to kill her. She did not react at all to these deaths, apart from that tiny little thing, which was minute. Literally. I've said literally so many times today. Oh, jeez. They're my really huge errors with this book. I've written some more down, and there's also a huge list that I've got up here. I'm going to read some of them out because I figured that it could be useful. And these are also very true points, and he's just stuffed this up. And I've heard that they're actually going to reprint a new copy to fix all these problems, but the storyline's going to be the same, so I still wouldn't buy it. Okay, it's getting really dark. Slowly. But I'm going to start reading some of the things on this list. Kyling at the start I said to visit Cora's Den, but Cora's Den closed down after the Sovereign's attack on the Citadel, and it never reopened. In this book, the Asari are said to be asexual. In Mass Effect 1, Liara describes the Asari as monogendered, all female. I've actually got so many, I can't even find what ones are more important than others. Gillian and Nick are 18 years old in Deception, yet in Ascension, they're both 12 going on 13. And, which in, Gillian and Nick are 18 years old in Deception, yet they were 12 going on 13 in Ascension, set a bit less prior to Deception. In Retribution, which takes place 3 months prior to the events of Deception, Nick was just 15. Strange. But okay. The friendship between Gillian and Nick. Gillian interacted with Nick only once in Ascension when Nick attempted to bully her. In Deception, it actually seemed like Nick and Gillian were such good friends. That's speaking once in Ascension is hardly the definition of friendship. So I have no idea. This is very strange. Here's another weird one. Hendel Mitra is described as ogling Asari strippers, a very heterosexual reaction. In Ascension, Hendo was established as homosexual. What? Even if the Asari are appealing to males and females, being homosexual, why would you ogle an Asari if you are gay? The Asari are monogendered, they are female. Nevertheless, even if they are appealing to most races. This is a huge thing that pissed me off. The whole time in this book, this author referred to Arya as Tolok. Tolok, 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 and Kai Lang as Lang, 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 Lang. That's tiring if you're reading it in a... Keep going and reading it. Why? What's the point? I think that's the main part. That's the main errors. There are many grammatical errors where this author does not know how to use commas. He completely fails on writing a sentence. There's a part I can't remember, but it has to do with the word where and were. No, was and were of the to the people is plural, right? And he said people was instead of people were, or something like that. It was something like that. But yeah, it's getting really, really dark now because I can see in this camera. It's completely dark. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say. I know this is my first video, so cut me some slack. I'm not very good at this vlogging and reviewing and stuff yet, so I've edited this to the best I can. I know there's parts where probably aren't good, but I hope you like it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye guys, and thanks for watching.